Hello, y'all. How is everybody? Um, I would like to start tonight with asking for prayer for a good friend of mine's father who just found out the week before Christmas he had leukemia and it was very advanced. I hope Ed gets over here. He didn't get stuck over there somehow. Just a second. Let me go grab him the link. I'll send it both ways. There he is. Add to stage. Hello, sir.
All right, let's try this again.
I can actually hear you this time.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, that's nice. I like to be heard, D.
Well,
That's why I do a podcast. It's a little, in contrast, it's a little harsh shouting to everybody.
you don't like yelling?
Don't know if my voice can reach the whole way around the world without the internet. Pretty sure.
Uh,
What's going on with you?
a lot. Anyways, how was your Thanksgiving? Your
Are you still there? Are you still there? Okay.
Yeah, I'm here.
Did it by myself doing work, just here in my condo, chilling out.
Oh wow.
Got Chinese food on Christmas Day. And last night I was down in the gym. But I was maybe up till 1 this morning or something like that. So I did a video of all the fireworks going off and everything. And I'm actually a little worn out this evening. Probably stayed up too late. And really didn't spend the holidays with anybody.
Aw.
I'm a lone wolf out here, D.
Aw.
Lone wolf.
Poor thing.
Oh, I'm fine. I'll be fine.
I kind of am aware of that.
What about you?
Well, found out the day before. Oh, I guess it was. She emailed me, a good friend of mine, my mom friend, the one that I told you moved to Mexico with her husband. She emailed me, I want to say the Saturday before Christmas. She Facebooked me. And I didn't see it because it was on it's on the main Facebook, not the YouTube Facebook. That her dad had been taken to the hospital and they had airlifted him to Oklahoma City to the university because he has cancer.
Wow.
He is actively at home now, passing.
What kind of cancer, Dave?
Leukemia. So
This
there
came out of
was,
nowhere.
huh?
This kind of came out of nowhere.
Come out of nowhere. He was having some breathing problems. She got worried about him. She called for an ambulance to come. They came, picked him up, and his blood platelets were extremely low. Like I said, she sent me the email telling me about it Christmas Eve, and then I guess it was Friday night they sent him home. And when she was told he has 2 to 3 days on the worst case scenario, 2 to 3 weeks on the best.
Wow. Oh my goodness. Okay.
So it's always a whammy on my end. Always. I can't ever start New Year with something good going on. At least it's not my birthday.
Wow.
So
So he's there and he has somebody to take care of him and all that.
Yeah, he's at home with some. They have I get not really a nurse, but whatever they're called, the ones that come sit. Wait,
Hospital.
yeah, hospice. That's it.
Oh my goodness. Oh boy.
Yeah, so it's been a whammy this week.
Mm-hmm.
But I told her, I was like, no one else is allowed to die from
Ah,
YouTube or real life. None of my real life friends are allowed to die this year. None of my YouTube friends are allowed to die this year unless it's something completely accidental and out of their control.
I'll do my best to fulfill my part of that deed. The world's a wacky, crazy place, though. So
I know. I joke about it because you gotta realize this year alone, I lost 2 mods. Or last year, 2 mods.
Right. All
Two,
right.
one of them was a very, very close friend of mine because of Candace. Um, so, well, actually, they're both good friends with Candace as well, I guess I should say. Candace called one her sister, the other one Candace just loved to death, because she was such a good person. But we lost two, so I'm good. I got my quota in for the year. One meets it.
Yeah.
I told Ange from her real name's Angela, which she used to be on YouTube a lot. She came back to YouTube now finally. But she knows you, Ed, through Chase's, or is it Chase or Chance? Engelberg case, Chance.
Chance Engelbert, yes.
Through that case, so.
Mm-hmm. How old is he?
She, and
She. Sorry.
I would say she's got to be around mine and your age, in between mine and your age. Okay. She was one of the older ones that hung out over on the Queen Bee side of the drama streams.
And what about the person who's dying of leukemia?
He is 65.
Okay. Very sad.
I'm dealing with it because he is a much older man. He has got, it wasn't like Christine where, we were told, hey, the cancer's free of her body. She's doing great. To a whammy. She had it, went from remission all the way back to ground zero.
It's crazy how that happens. Isn't that weird how it seems to happen that way?
Uh-huh.
Well, they're improving, and then boom, they're dead.
Yeah.
Oh, we got the cancer under control. Oh, nope. No.
Mm-hmm.
Happens. It's you see that, you don't know if that's true or the person is just making it up to make everybody else feel better.
I believe with hers, it was true.
Okay.
Because even her hair was coming back. I mean, she was starting to be more active. She went on more hikes and stuff. So, she was feeling 100% better.
Wow.
And she was a nature lover. She loved being out on the hikes and out on the trails. And, up there in Kentucky, there's a lot of them. Through those Appalachian Mountains. So.
I mean, both of my biological parents died of cancer, but it was not like that. It was just steady downhill, and it never got any better.
Yeah.
Although my biological mother, she was diagnosed with, was it kidney cancer, bladder cancer, for a year. She still lived by herself. She lived by herself, at 88 years old until the final week of her life.
Oh, wow.
Yep. Until the final week. So that's the way to do it. So, Yeah, I don't. Yeah, but sometimes you hear those stories. Well, the cancer looks like we got it under control. Nope.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, with mine, I got lucky because it was a general location of cancer. It was a cell division that shouldn't have happened the way it happened. And they did say, Michael will make jokes about that. Yeah, it was all his fault because we thought I was pregnant. At
Wow.
17, we thought I was pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
And it turned out to be a cancer. And the way they found out was they went in to do the ultrasound, and it was snow. There was no child in there. It was literally, it was snow. It was fuzzy. It didn't look like even a normal ultrasound picture. And
Mm-hmm.
the doctor was like, she's got cancer. He goes, and another little interesting detail here, she's still a good girl, or was. My mom looked at me and she goes, then how did you think you were pregnant?
Ah.
And looked at the doctor and looked at me, and he goes, well, all I can tell you is what I know. From doing the exam, from what I know, she is still a good girl.
Okay.
I was like, see, told you so. Told all you crazy people out there nothing was going on. But, they had me believe in it because it came back as a positive pregnancy test. Everything came back as a positive. And then, like I said, we went in for the ultrasound, and going in for the ultrasound, we found out I had cancer.
Wow.
And they went in, they did the DNC to remove it, removed it. Everything was great. I went through a year's worth of chemo shots, injections, and blood testing. And like I always was so embarrassed because I'd walk out from my shoulder down to my wrist, bruised on both sides because they were blowing the veins every single time doing the blood work.
Mm-hmm.
So, very, very interesting story behind that one.
Wow.
I was always embarrassed. Like I said, it was during the summertime and I wore long sleeves because I was like, I don't want anyone to think. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, it's too much to explain.
Yeah.
Who wants to explain it? Nobody.
Especially as a kid.
Yeah.
So it's
Mm-hmm.
one of those, I went into remission. I know it can happen. I know it can be done. My older sister, she's in remission. Knock on wood. But, in the long run, I looked at both sides of my family. On both sides, I have an uncle, my grandfather, and an uncle. An uncle on my mom's, and I think her dad died of cancer. And then on my dad's side, it was my grandpa and an uncle on his, or a brother of his, passed away of cancer. So,
Are you inside tonight, Dee? You have
yes.
to. I was going to say it sounds a little more quiet over there than usual.
Well, the train just came through. I was like,
and I could tell it was on muffled. I was like, well, she must be inside. We're always outside when we do this, but maybe it's a little cold in Oklahoma tonight.
well, we had a nice warm a nice warm Christmas.
Okay.
It was almost 80 degrees Christmas Day.
Wow. That is crazy for Oklahoma. But what about last night for New Year's?
It was pretty chilly here. But also over the weekend, we wound up catching a 24-hour bug that went through the household. Like, I woke up Monday morning to my son, Mom, my stomach hurts real bad and I'm throwing up. Okay, take this and try to lay back down until morning. Please just give me until morning and I can get you to the urgent care. I guess Michael got him to lay back down finally before he left to go to work, and got him to lay down and go to sleep. And he woke up. He didn't really move around much Monday at all. He kind of like laid in his beanbag chair.
Mm-hmm.
And
Beanbag chair. I love beanbag chairs.
so does he.
Oh, man. I love me a beanbag chair.
Hey, small town girl.
That's so 80s. Beanbag chairs.
How are you, small town girl? Okay. So we have two different sets of trivia questions.
Okay.
They're both Native American related. I will give you that much.
They're both what related?
Native American related.
Oh my goodness. All right.
So I'm gonna kind of like mix them.
Okay.
I think that's the best way of doing it. According to the United States federal data, what percentage of missing persons in NamUs in 2023 were identified as American Indian or Alaskan Native?
10%.
No, not that high.
5%.
A little lower.
3%.
3.5%.
Okay.
Do
Do you think that number's right? Does that sound right to you, Dee? Being you're tuned in on that a little more than maybe the overall picture. What do you think?
I would say for 2023, yes. I think now it's probably higher.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But I don't know how much more higher. You know what I mean? Indigenous people make up about 1.1% of the United States population, yet they reported 3.5% of missing persons in NamUs, showing the disappearance impact.
Right. Yep. Right, only 1% of the population, but 3% of they're overrepresented.
My household, we have a lot of, the boyfriend's Native, his mom's Native, a lot of Natives. She goes, everyone wants to be Native. Everyone wants that Native card.
Huh. Right.
She goes, I was Native before it was cool to be Native. I just kind of laugh at her like, you're so funny. You don't understand.
Yeah.
You're hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, what is the law now? I mean, how much percentage do you have to be Native to be actually considered Native to be able to mark yourself off as that?
Well, I know with the Choctaws, it's just a second. Make double sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The Choctaw blood quantum requires vary by tribe. The Choctaw Nation of Oklahoma, having no minimum blood quantum, requires only inline descent from someone on the Dawes rolls. So with them, all you have to do is have Dawes rolls. Requires 1% blood quantum. Okay, wait here. Mississippi band Choctaws require 1% blood quantum. While I'm going to mess up this name, Janine Barrett band, JENA BAND of Choctaw Indians require a fourth.
Wow.
And then later requires 1/4 32. So what is that?
Like a great grandfather or something.
Yeah.
Huh. That's a
See,
wide range of different standards.
yeah. I'm half. Nicholas falls short, but now that they've redone the blood quantum for the Choctaw Blood, membership cards, with it being 1.32. So like less than half. Way less than half. Way less than a fourth. Even.
Right. Yeah.
My friend Charla, we used to give her a hard time. We used to tell her she pricked her finger, she'd bleed out.
What does that even mean? What does that mean?
She'd prick her finger, she'd bleed out the native.
Yeah.
She was blonde hair and blue eyed and very, very fair skinned. So we were kind of mean back in the day.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Oh, all right. Just wondered on that. So 3%. Okay.
What indigenous team vanished from the Phoenix area in 2009 and remains missing to this day?
Indigenous teen.
She is native. She is Navajo.
Well, I know what you're talking about, but I don't think the name's going to come to me. I don't think.
It's an easy name.
Mary?
No, think Little Mermaid.
Ariel?
Yes, Bengay.
Yes. Right.
Ariel Bengay, Navajo. Let's try speaking English. Disappeared at 14 after leaving home in 2009. Despite multiple leads, her case remains unsolved, and her family continues to advocate for renewing information.
Right. That name's familiar to me. Right. Just don't know.
But she's not the only Bengay missing. There's an older lady in, and she's Navajo too, I think, because she's out of Tucson area. Best way of wording it. And her last name has been Gay, and she's native.
And she's missing too?
And she's missing as well. Her niece did a walk across the U.S. to advocate for her missing aunt, and she's now in jail.
For what?
Kidnapping.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. See, the sad thing is a lot of it is inside itself, if you ask me. A lot of it's inside issues when it comes to Native cultures.
Well, back in, what was it, August, I was on Jason Blair's show, Silver Linings Handbook podcast, and we spent quite a bit of time talking about Native American disappearances. And, I'm convinced that Native Americans don't go missing for any different reasons that the rest of people do. It may be in different percentages and things, but I don't know if there's anything unique to Native American living or culture that makes their disappearances way, 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 way different, and they have to be looked in a different light or anything. There's nothing that I've seen to believe that.
And I don't know either.
Although it may happen at a higher rate. So.
Well, see, also some of these are out of the United States, and some of these are out of Canada too.
First Nation.
So
yeah, First Nation.
Yep. What is the name of the U.S. federal INITIATIVE?
Internative? I don't know.
Internative launched in 2019.
Initiative.
Well, you said Internative. I was like, we'll go with it.
Initiative. It is. Initiative. Yeah.
Addressed in 2019 by the MMIP cases.
I don't know.
Operation Lady Justice.
Never heard of it.
I haven't either. That was a new one. That's the reason why I was like, okay.
Huh. Okay. Operation Lady Justice.
This task force was created to improve data collections and coordination and justice outcomes for the indigenous communities.
I suppose that'll help. I you know me, when it comes to that stuff, they want to put money and stuff into that, cataloging and everything else. I think
Mhm.
we'd be better off giving some classes on how to investigate these dang things. Cataloging them is certainly important, but are there better ways to spend the money or have some sort of initiative or whatever?
Well, I mean, I still have an issue with the whole fact we have a Jane Doe that was found on the semi that burned up in the semi wreck. That one still bothers me, and I don't know why. But it does
Right.
because we don't know what she's from
How long
Canada.
ago did we talk about that, Dee? I
Yeah,
don't know.
we've talked about that
It's
case.
been a while. And by the way, I love how you say why, and it bothers me, and I don't know why instead of why.
Picking on me, Ed.
Why, man, that Midwestern accent really coming out tonight, Dee. I don't know. I don't think I've ever noticed that in your voice before. Must be coming out. Not making fun. Not making fun. Are you there, Dee?
Yes, I'm here.
All right. I'm not making fun. But I just started, I was like, oh, there it is.
Oh, it gets worse when I'm on well, the last time Michael had to take me to get a shot because of my back and everything,
Oh,
he got to pick on me the whole time.
not picking on you. Not at all. That's just funny. I was just talking to tomorrow's guest, and she was talking. She goes, wow, because she's already heard her interview. She goes, man, do I sound like a New Yorker? And I said, yeah, you really do. Man, I'm not used to hearing my voice. And I said, I hear lots of different accents, but I just thought that was funny. All right, sorry to go off on a tangent, D. So burned up 18-wheeler woman, I guess a female, remains inside unidentified.
Yeah, I know I have it somewhere.
Okay.
No, I'm looking. I'm gonna go insane. Look for it.
Where did that happen? Was that in Oklahoma?
It was Washington.
Oh.
Matter
Yeah,
of fact,
I don't remember us talking about that. I'm not saying we didn't. And there's reason to believe that this person is Native American in this vehicle?
yes.
There is. What are the reasons to think that? Do you remember?
Give me 1 second.
I hear fireworks in the background.
Helen Doe.
Helen Doe.
Still unidentified 30 years after fatal truck crash. She was a passenger in a semi truck headed south on I-5 near Kalama, Kalama, in the shadows of the mountain
Mm-hmm.
Saint Helene. The day, May 14th, 1991.
Wow, long time ago.
Yeah.
34 years ago. Okay. Why do they think that once again I don't remember us discussing this. I remember maybe us talking about a disappearance that had something to do with a truck driver, a guy that allegedly took his wife on a trucking trip, and then he
We
came
did
back.
talk about that one. That was talked with See Me OKC. This one I've had on trivia.
Okay, I don't remember. Why do they think that she is Native American? What could they
Um,
determine from the remains that would make her think that?
Let me
You-
see
I'm
here.
sorry, but you
So
brought it up.
I'm in the Indian Affairs right this second. Give me 1 second. Unidentified remains were discovered on May 14th, 1991, after a two semi truck collision that occurred on South Interstate 5 north of Kilma, Washington. In the collision, the remains were there were several fire killed both occupants of one of the semi trucks. The identified female survived burn and or severely burnt and has not been identified. Is given the name Helene Doe. Washington State Police. It doesn't give me why they think she's native,
Oh,
but they
okay.
have it listed on the native, even on the natives, the Indian Affairs site.
Okay.
You would think with them knowing that much, we at least know what tribe or something. That we don't even have that wrote in there.
And it sounds like other people died? Well, she was a passenger in that truck. Did the driver of that truck die?
Yes, both occupants in that truck died.
Wow. Huh. Could be anybody.
Yeah.
Absolutely could be anybody.
Her teacher, she's 5 foot. She was 5 foot. She weighed 115 pounds. She was female, American Indian, Alaska Native.
Just wonder how they know that.
Age at time of incident, 20 to 29 years of age. It happened May 14th in 1991.
Okay. Okay.
But I mean, it's one of those. We can do DNA tests to find, let's see here. What was it last year? Whenever you discussed the fact of the girl that was buried, but buried underneath the wrong name or something, and the family found out later, and all that happened with the DNA testing.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, if they can do that, why can we not find out at least what tribe she belonged to?
Don't know. The tough thing about if it was a fire, that's really hard on DNA. As I've learned with the Ronald McNutt disappearance in California, where he took off, eventually his truck was found after a wildfire in California. Remains were found inside it. There are a male skeleton, and because the fire, went through there and burned everything, they were not able to get, at least to this point, good DNA off those remains to absolutely 100% scientifically determine that it's Ronald McNutt.
Oh, wow.
Even though he's still missing, and there were remains found in the driver's seat of this truck that is certainly his. So maybe that's the issue. If the fire was bad enough for long enough, it could ruin the attempt to get DNA. Maybe, at least by today's. Of course, back then DNA wasn't even really a thing yet, but I guess science hasn't caught up, yet to that. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe so. I don't know. I mean, we did find out, or at least I did with the Tom Brown case, that you can't get DNA out of urine. So, hey.
Right. That's right.
The more you learn.
That's right. You're right.
So
All right. So Operation Lady Justice.
Operation Lady Justice. The next one would be which First Nation woman disappeared from Winnipeg in 2014, later found in the Red River?
Do not know. Do not.
And I don't know if they're talking about the Red River that goes through U.S. or there's one up in Canada. Just saying.
Don't know.
Tina Fortnite.
Tina Fortnite.
Yeah.
I have to admit, never heard of her. I would probably, I think I would remember a name like Fortnite.
15-year-old from the First Nation was reported missing shortly before her body was found in the Red River. Her death sparks national outrage and helps launch Canada's national into the MMIWG, which is missing, murdered, Indigenous women and girls.
Right. Nope, have not heard of her. I mean, it is in Canada. I've certainly covered some disappearances there, but certainly names up there not as familiar to me as
the U.S. ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do they think it's foul play or?
I don't know. I can go look her up real quick.
That's all right. I'm just wondering. I mean, remains were found, of course, in a river. Did somebody get rid of her? Did did somebody throw her in there? Was it suicide?
It just says missing and found dead in August 2014.
Okay.
All I can find.
Might have been no foul play. And given that, on top of that, given that it's not a disappearance, it's not something that I would.
Yeah, because she was found dead.
It would not pop up in my usual Google searches and things anyway. So
this is true. I get yelled at, guys, for sitting in, murder cases.
Ha! I get yelled at. Look at you trying to get some sympathy in 2026.
And I'm even hiding behind the paper and they can't even see it.
Ed yells at me. Ed yells at me.
Mama Bear.
It's just, I try to stay in my lane.
I know.
Once in a while, live show or whatever, maybe I'll pick up a murder here or something, mystery or whatever. But
we have I got
in
your lane. There's a missing 5-year-old in Alabama. Huh. I'm staying in mine. There's a missing 5-year-old in Alabama.
Yeah, you're the child disappearance person. That is certainly true.
Father was arrested. And they found a lot of bombs.
Wow. That's all bad news.
But the older brother said that he saw the brother go across the street under the fence with the dog. And the dog's also missing.
Maybe that happened then. These child disappearances, they're tough.
Uh-huh.
I only do them once in a while for all the reasons we've talked about before.
Well, like the 19-year-old that went missing Christmas Eve, everyone was talking about it, and I was like, guys, from what I heard on the interview with this was before it came out, with the boyfriend, they're gonna find her dead.
Yes,
they're gonna find her dead. I mean, I hate saying it that way, but when you hear my ex-girlfriend has suicidal tendencies, dude, we know what we're looking at.
Yeah.
Just where is she?
Right.
Unfortunately. And I hate calling them whenever I see them, and it's like, you see the red flags everywhere. It's like, oh, no.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
so we went with Lady Justice. In Canada, which national, oh, you won't know it, it's Canada.
Ah,
Which U.S. state,
hitting me where I'm weak tonight, D. Hitting me where I'm weak.
which state contains reports of some of the highest numbers of MMIP cases, especially among youth?
What states or this is a United States question?
Yes.
Oklahoma,
No, we're number 2.
Montana.
Yep.
Covered a disappearance. Or Leo Wagner. Yep, Leo Wagner. So, yeah. In fact, that state of Montana came up in the talk I did back in August 2025 with Jason Blair. That state was mentioned in particular.
Oh,
Montana. Yeah.
Montana.
But Oklahoma's number 2, right?
Yeah. Not much better than Montana.
Mhm.
And maybe it's because there's more natives in those areas. If
Yep.
you think about
You
it.
certainly are.
Oklahoma, it was where they moved the Cherokees, the Chickasaws, the Choctaws, the Seminoles, the Creek.
Right. Moved them out of Georgia, Alabama area.
Mm-hmm.
The Trail
The
of Tears.
Seminoles.
Yeah. Yeah. Know about
Yep.
that.
So, speaking of Montana, which indigenous college student vanished in 2017 near Bowie, Montana?
Was that Leo Wagner?
Yes,
It is.
sir.
See, I knew it was an unfound disappearance.
Yes, sir.
I think it because of the Bowie part of it. Yeah. Yeah, as I stated at the time, it just seemed to me Leo had a death wish for a
Oh.
long time.
Mm.
Yep. He was letting himself go, drinking, and he had lost, I think, a child, and he was drinking and everything, and he had a perforation in his intestine and didn't care about it. Very, very sad, but surely no foul play there.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
His brother was the guest.
Let's see here. What is the name of the national database in which the U.S. that tracks missing persons and identified remains?
NamUs.
Yes. Yep.
I actually had somebody recently, when I say recently, maybe within the last 6 months, we were talking about that, and the person actually called it NamUs, like a hard A instead of a long A, a short A. I was like, wow, that's new.
Well, I mean, I have a hard time pronouncing
Yeah.
things, but
Yeah,
that's
NamUs.
Venus.
Okay. NamUs. Okay. I mean, I guess it's an anagram or an acronym or anagram or whatever they call. It's those letters stand for something, and so I guess you could pronounce it any way you want. I just never heard somebody say it. NamUs. Okay.
Yeah.
In fact, I was on NamUs today.
Okay, so which Navajo woman disappeared in 2019 after texting she was on her way home?
Where did this happen? What state?
I don't Give me
That's
a
pretty
second. And I know I name the states with it most of the time.
Mm-hmm. Do.
New Mexico, Albuquerque.
Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Mm-hmm. This young lady would be 27.
Covered a disappearance in Albuquerque, but she was not Native American, so don't know.
Pepita, red hair.
Pepita Red Hair?
Yep.
Never heard of her.
Pepita
Nope.
red hair,
Never heard.
27.
Texted she was coming home and went missing. I'm gonna have to look that one up.
Pepita red hair, 27, vanished in Albuquerque. Her last known location was her boyfriend's home. Her family continues to push for answers.
There we go. Last location was her boyfriend's home.
And
Bad news right there.
sparking the Missing and Murdered Indigenous Persons MMIP case highly concerning over domestic violence, and law enforcement repeats defending the perpetrator, which her family tirelessly seeks answers and justice, often pointing to the troubled relationship with her boyfriend as a concerning element of her mystery. Last seen March 4th, 2020. It was either March 4th or March 24th, March 27th of 2020. Sorry. After being dropped off at the boyfriend's house in Albuquerque, New Mexico, in the South Valley area. Background: the talented artist from Gulp, Gallup.
Gallup, New Mexico.
Oh, Gallup, Crown Point.
Okay.
Who struggled with domestic violence in her relationship with Nicholas Kaye before vanishing.
Yep. I think we can make a pretty good bet on what happened there.
Yeah, we probably can.
Pepita Red Hair. I would remember that name.
Give me one moment. I'll be right back.
All right.
I've got to go check on things. You can bore the audience.
Ha! Just sitting here chilling. If anybody's watching or listening, we're covering the disappearance going back over 50 years to 1975 to Staten Island, New York, for the disappearance of Sylvia Lewoski. She was 22 years old, a graduate of Wagner University, was living a pretty good life, living at home. She'd just gotten engaged. She and her fiance went out to the movies. On the way back, they allegedly got into an argument. Sylvia got angry, got out of the vehicle, never to be seen again. So I am interviewing her friend Mary. That will be out tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern.
What happens tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern besides your new show?
Next episode.
Next episode. Okay.
Sylvia Lewoski is her name.
Jewish, huh?
Jewish? I don't know. That's a good question. Didn't come up. But her friend and I did. She was actually born in West Germany, and in fact, Sylvia had a West German accent.
Oh.
So she German? Is she Polish or something? Maybe she was Jewish. I don't know.
Oh, with the name. Well, I'm just assuming
Yeah.
because of the last name. Of
Don't know.
course, then my Jewish friend, her mom spelt my last name the way I started spelling it with the
Mhm.
Kauffman.
Yeah.
And my dad always said that if he could go back to the way it was spelled, he would. And I was asking her mom, and she's like, that's the Jewish way of spelling it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay.
Mm,
Nice to know.
right.
You know, might explain some
Right.
things.
That's right.
But
It's,
my,
if you've ever seen the movie The Birdcage with Robin Williams, and they're trying to cover up the fact that they are Jewish. His last name's really Goldman, but when talking to his son's future in-laws, they changed her last name to Coleman.
oh,
Goldman to Coleman, and that's a running joke.
which Coleman would be the German
I
name.
guess, yeah. Well, but Goldman, yeah. So Kaufman, yeah,
Kaufman.
yeah.
And then I was told, I think by my friend that was friends with Arctic and me last year, matter of fact, Paula used to be in his chat a lot, that my mother's maiden name, which is Grisso, not only is it Italian, but it's been changed.
It was spelled differently.
I think it was a totally different name.
Oh, it was.
And I'm
So
like, oh,
yeah. So you got the whole Godfather thing going on from the movies, where the family's originally last name was Andolini.
yeah.
In Godfather Part 2, you find out that it was changed to Corleone because he came from Corleone in Italy and was
Uh-huh.
and everything. So they just gave him the last name Corleone. Yeah.
Well, see, with my dad's birth mom's side of the family, um, the last name was, her kids, their last names were Cummins, like the motorcycle or like the chainsaw,
Yeah.
you know. And then McCullough on my mom's side, and it's, there's so many names that's just like,
Mm-hmm.
whenever you want into something different and unique like yours, I'm like, I wonder where that come from.
Yeah, my last name, you go back and look my last name going way back. There was a time when there were two L's on the end. So
Oh,
Dentzell. And then you will also find a variation that doesn't have the T. So it's like Denzel, like Denzel Washington,
mm-hmm.
Denzel.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's just, certain things that I find so neat in the world that I'm like, if I ever did research and actually sat and did the research, besides, what I do with YouTube, which, like I told everyone today, hey, everyone be happy. It's New Year's Day. And guess what I did? I shut my laptop, turned it off, and came inside and watched TV. There must be something going on.
Yeah, we've gotten to our part in our culture where watching TV is better than doing something else. It used to be like, kids go, don't watch the TV, go out and play. Now it's get off your computers, watch some TV. Things have
Yeah.
changed. It's
Yeah.
funny. Yeah. Whereas I do like three things at one time. I'm listening to music, I'm working on my computer, and I got the TV on.
I'll say with me, I'm constantly looking what's the new case, what's the latest, Give me a second. The child's yelling again.
Wow.
So let me go see what he needs.
All right.
I don't know why tonight is one of those nights that he wants my attention. Besides, it's medicine time, and I just looked and saw.
Medicine time.
Okay. Sorry, y'all.
Did I hear like a cat crying or something? Something
Hey, Miss Sherry, how are ya? My friend Auntie Sherry's in the audience tonight.
Hello. It sounded like there was a cat crying or something.
Might be one of the million cats that I have in the house, or the child.
So you do have cats, huh?
Yeah,
How many cats do you have, D?
there's 4, and I'm allergic.
That makes all the sense in the world, D.
Hey, it's not my choice. I just live here.
That's whose choice?
The boyfriend, his mother's.
The guy's choice.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
I'd rather have dogs.
You got to get control of that castle, D. Huh. Allergic? I see. I'm sorry to hear that. I think I probably would have allergies going on too if I was around cats a lot as well.
Happy New Year's, Paula. Miss Paula. So, which one was the last one we did? Peppy red hair.
Pepita red hair.
All right. So, which young First Nation woman disappeared from? Oh, we already did Winnipeg, didn't we?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I know. No, I'm confused. I was looking for one. In Canada, what system is used to issue an alert for a missing vulnerable person, including Indigenous women?
That's a good question. I don't know.
The red dress alert.
Red dress alert.
Red dress alert.
Man,
Advocates have pushed
that.
Advocates have pushed for a national alert system similar to the Amber Alert.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what they came up with, is the red dress alert.
Red dress alert.
Mm-hmm.
Got to be a story. You don't have to look it up, D. I'm not asking you to do it. Just like it's an Amber Alert. It comes, the same thing.
Yeah.
There's a story behind it. Maybe people that aren't aware, they might think Amber Alert. Well, that means like Amber's like yellow. Well, yellow alert. Nope.
No.
It's actually named for a little girl who went missing.
I do know that in Canada, for their National Missing Indigenous Women Day, they all wear red dresses, where here in the United States, us natives, we put the red hand over our mouth. That's theirs.
Oh, wow. All right. Thank you, D. Okay. I've never heard of that.
What
I've
symbol?
covered, how many First Nation people have I covered their disappearances in Canada? At least 3. Never came up. Pretty
Oh,
sure.
wow. Oh, here's what symbol is widely used across North America to honor missing and
Wow.
murdered Indigenous women and girls.
Red hand.
Often the print across the mouth to symbolize the silence of the violence. So, red hair was the last one over here. Which pregnant Indigenous woman was murdered in 2017, leading the safe haven law? Was it Savannah Savannah Act? Savannah's Act.
Why don't you try that question again, D?
Which pregnant Indigenous woman was murdered in 2007, leading to the safe haven law? Savannah's Act.
I don't know.
It would be Savannah Lafatina Greywind.
Wow, that's a name.
Case
By
in
the way, I love Native American names. Like, like Gray Wind or Red Hair or something.
Well, see,
It's pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool to me as a white guy. It's pretty interesting.
my whenever I grew up in Culver, Oklahoma, one of my mom's friends, and of course I knew the kids, their last name, they were Native, and their last name was Take a Horse.
Take a horse?
Take a Horse.
I love it.
They got the name for stealing horses.
And I suppose so.
Take
a horse. Take a horse. Any horse. Yeah, I don't know. There's just something neat about that. And of course, the thing is, even when it comes to European names, they're kind of the same thing. It's just in a different language. You get Italian names and other names. They're kind of the same thing, but the meaning has been lost because now it's a bunch of Americans who have those last names that don't speak those languages. So it kind of gets, gets lost. Whereas here we have Native Americans with English names and we can all understand them.
Oh, see, I know a lot of the Native names. Like, I would tell you guys the name for turkey, but they've changed it since I was a kid, since the 80s.
The name for turkey?
The name for turkey.
You mean the bird?
Yes, the Chickasaw name for turkey.
Oh.
Halito for hello. That's Chickasaw, Choctaw. No, Choctaw.
Okay.
Yeah. I used to know a lot of it. I've lost a lot of it too growing up. Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Anyway, was 22 and 8 months pregnant when she was murdered in Fargo. Her babies survived. Her case led to federal improvement data and investigations for Indigenous victims.
Wow, the baby survived. Wow.
And that's always I guess a positive in the deal.
Fortunate, very sad though. Dang. One more D, and I'm going to get out of here for tonight.
Alrighty, let's go with, let's see here. Give me one moment. I'm gonna look at something. I'm sure I haven't already read this one.
Now there's some fireworks going off outside my building.
Oh, fun. All right, no, I haven't. All right. Which 14-year-old Navajo girl vanished from Shiprock in 2016 and remains missing?
Covered that disappearance. Oh, man. Tina something.
Ashlina?
Ashlina?
Mike?
That's not who I was thinking of.
Oh,
That is not. That girl's name's Ashlina Mike.
yeah. Give me one moment. So,
Huh.
was abducted and murdered in 2016. Her case led to the Amber Alert in the native country acting to improve emergency response on the tribal lands.
Because we covered a disappearance from Shiprock. Tiffany Reed
Oh, wow.
from 2004.
native.
Shiprock line. We covered a disappearance there. Tiffany Reed covered that disappearance maybe early. No, was it early last year? Maybe it was going back to 2024 now. Her sister was the guest, but yeah, she was supposed to walk to school, never made it there. And she was like 16 or something. Shiprock, but that was way back in 2004.
Yeah, this is 2016, so it sounds like they might actually have a problem there.
12 years difference. That murder that you're talking about there, was a murderer caught? Or is it still unsolved?
Give me a second. We will find out. Navajo man sentenced to life for kidnapping and sexual assault.
Okay.
And guess what? It's another Ben Gay.
Another Ben Gay?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. What's up with that name? I think Ben Gay, I think of that
be
stuff
gay.
for muscles. You know, that's
this one, I think the other one is spelled, and I'll have to find it, Begay. And this one is spelled Begaye.
Begay. Okay. Begay. There's a golfer, a retired golfer. He's an announcer now. His last name was Begay. Noda Begay. Begay.
Oh.
Huh, yeah.
You must be talking about disc golf.
No, ball golf. In fact, he was at Stanford at the same time. In fact, he's still very close friends with Tiger Woods. They went to Stanford together. All right. So 2016, Native American young woman murdered, guy caught, but it's 12 years after Tiffany Reed went missing.
And there was an 11-year-old. Okay, so she was 14. This guy was caught after an 11-year-old.
All right. Well,
Native child on May 2nd, 2016. Huh.
Might have to take a look at that. Why don't you send me a link to like a story on that so I don't forget, Dee? Maybe I need to look at that.
I'll send you the whole link.
See if there is, if it's just nothing.
Fluke, or if it's actually something.
Yeah, or if it's something, yeah. Okay.
I sent it over. This is from the justice.gov, so.
All right, very good. I got it. Thank you. I'm going to have to take a look at that. All right, Dee. Well, I'm done for tonight, man. I am wiped out after today.
All righty, sir. All righty. Talk to you later.
All right. It's good to talk to you on the first day of the year, Dee.
You too, Ed.
We'll be seeing and hearing a lot of each other this year. I look forward to it.
Yeah, when's your next thing with the school?
Don't have any school. Well, Dr. Teleska is not till April, but don't have any speaking things lined up. Just so many other things going on behind the scenes. There's only so much time to work on this stuff. And travel and stuff. The big things for Unfound for 2026 are the Hickman Westbury series, the young women who went missing here in Florida back in 1984. Also working on want to do a series on the disappearance of Cynthia Anderson from Toledo in 1981. And there's some other things we're working on behind the scenes. It's just been a little stuff that trying to turn some of these things into like a serious type of situation. Trying something different for 2026 in contrast to one episode, one disappearance, just talking to one person. We're going to try that a little bit in 2026. So only so much time in one day.
Only so much time in 1 year. Huh?
Right. In 1 year too. Yes, that's right. All right. Good seeing you and talking to you tonight.
You too, Ed. And I'll go ahead and keep this marked so that way I'll keep everything ready for next week.
Okay.
All right. Later, Ed.
See ya.
Guys, I hope everyone had a happy New Year's. For the next couple of weeks, it looks like we're going to be doing native cases. Much love, Auntie Sherry. How are you, hon? Hello, in Norway. Paula. Miss Paula. I see Miss Mama Bear and Miss Small Town Girl came in. Hello, Miss Mama Bear. Hello, Small Town Gal. I hope every one of you guys are having a wonderful 2026. I almost said 2025, but 2026, first day of the new year. Hope to see more of you guys more often. I plan on doing more often lives. Let's see if I can get my channel up and going, guys. Bye. Till next time. Peace.
Taylor's bold voice, southern sass, and a whole lot of grit. Hero captures that fiery spirit, mixing chaos, charm, and unapologetic truth. Taylor's train wreck. She rolls and loud like a midnight rail, lip gloss blazing, heart full of hell. Southern grace with a side of bite. She'll bless your soul and start a fight. Tracks ain't straight in Taylor's town. She'll derail peace just to wear the crown. Bitchin' bold with a rebel's flair. Truth bombs dropping like she just don't care. One handle sweet tea, one on the mic. She'll roast your lies and still sound polite. Drama's fuel and shades her steam. She's the conductor of your broken dream. But don't mistake the wreckfulness. She's poetry in a torn up dress. A hurricane wrapped in velvet lace, with fire in her eyes and steel in her grace. She rolls loud like a midnight rail, lip gloss blazing, heart full of hell. Southern grace.
In the hills where the wildflowers grow, a little girl's laughter still echoes low. Summer's light, though the night feels long, her spirit lives on in every song. Shine for summer. every star in the Tennessee sky carries a prayer, a mother's cry. Though the mystery lingers, the love won't fade. Her memory's a lantern that will never shade. We sing for justice, we sing for peace, for answers that bring us sweet release. Summer's name will never fall away. Her song is alive in hearts today. Shine for summer, let her spirit rise, a beacon of love that never dies. Candace, keep faith, though the road is long. Summer's forever in this song. Shine for summer.
Hey, Miss Doodles. I was going to end. I was just doing an out song. How you doing, love?